Nissan says it will build a few more copies of the crazy Juke-R. A celebrity chef will lead the Indy 500 field. A Russian car maker gets a new boss, and we'll take you for a ride in a diesel-powered Volkswagen Touareg. I'm Natalie, here to close out your week with a Friday edition of Autoweek TV. Let's take a hot lap of the car world. The Nissan Juke-R is one of those crazy machines that just had to be born over a few beers. Nissan's European engineering group took a relatively tame Juke crossover and stuffed it with a powertrain from a GT-R. The result? 545 tire-melting horsepower and a ludicrous top speed of 160 miles per hour. Nissan originally built just two Juke-Rs, one left-hand drive and one right-hand, as demonstration projects. Now it says there will be a very limited production run. Even though orders have only been open for 1 day, the Japanese automaker says it already has 3 orders for the Juke-R, 2 of them from, you guessed it, Dubai. The Indy 500 is barely 3 weeks away, and we still don't know which vehicle will be the pace car for this year. But it appears that the driver will be celebrity chef Guy Fieri, an Ohio native who also has an appetite for classic cars. Fieri rolls around in a Camaro in his TV show on the Food Network, and earlier this year, police in San Francisco found his Lamborghini Gallardo that was stolen a year ago. As soon as we find out what car he'll be driving, we'll be sure to let you know. And Russian automaker Avtovaz, which makes Ladas, will now be run by the Nissan-Renault alliance. Nissan-Renault says it'll spend about $750 million on the deal. It plans to make major upgrades to Avtovaz's factory and cars. That's our news for this week, but stick around as I join Greg Migliore for a ride in a diesel-powered Volkswagen Touareg. And remember, it won't be a great weekend if you don't get out there and enjoy the drive. Well, here we are in the Volkswagen Touareg TDI Luxe Edition, and Greg and I are just going to take a little spin around the block and let you know what we think of it. Let's go. So first of all, like I said, this is the TDI, and in this case, it not only puts out 225 horsepower, but where diesels excel is in torque, and torque is actually what you feel when you accelerate. In an application like this, being able to get on the gas pedal or diesel pedal, we should say, it really is noticeable.
I think it's actually even better than the execution in the Jetta, which is, that's a fun little diesel drive.
So a couple of the things that I enjoy about this particular diesel and what Volkswagen has done to really minimize the dieselness of it, the automatic ignition in this already has that wait feature built in. So you almost don't even notice that when you turn the key, that the glow plugs have to wait a couple seconds to warm up.
It just feels like a very conventional engine. I think it's a great everyday engine, which is something a lot of diesels maybe aren't for some people.
Yeah, definitely most of the clatter has been minimized.
Sure. I actually like the styling. Normally I like sort of like a really wild, kind of over-the-top design, but for whatever reason the subtle look kind of sits well with me. I think it's...
Yeah, I'm not buying the corporate face on this particular application. It doesn't sit well with me, particularly when I know that this vehicle is $53,000.
Right. It's a luxury SUV. Right?
And I don't know how many people are willing to shell out $53,000 for a Volkswagen.
My thoughts exactly. That may be almost like a prejudice, but at the same time, I think your average consumer is going to look at that and say, 53 grand for a Volkswagen.
Yeah. We love the engine.
Definitely.
We love the performance from the engine. The package is wonderful.
Everything you could want is here. We got the nav, we got the, very top shelf materials, you got the satellite, you got the really huge sunroof.
It's got a really big sticker.
A little too big, I think, in our assessment finally.
I agree. And at least for me, not a whole lot of styling that says the amount of luxury the sticker would want you to believe. We'll see you next time.
Drive safely.
Catch all the latest auto enthusiast news at Autoweek.com, in Autoweek Magazine and iPad Edition. Talk with us on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter at Autoweek USA.